we're going to talk about horoscopes, I'm going to start talking about tarot cards. 2020 might be the card of death, you know? It, like, might be the card of death. And a lot of people think that means, like, that's the end of things. But really, what it means is change. So 2020 is not, like, death. It just means new beginnings for everybody. And, like, yeah, change is scary. It is so scary. But at the same time, you can also conquer it and make it your bitch.
Yeah, I mean, 2020...
You better put that in there.
Listen, the death card, it's fine, all right? It just means the death of everything that we used to know and love and do.
It's not the death of it. It's just, it's changing. It's changing to what it's going to be.
It's being reborn into having to work outside in fucking 110 degree fucking heat index with a fucking mask on your fucking face.
Yeah, the mask part's different.
Yeah.
I was like, the 110 degrees isn't.
Now, I'm not complaining about wearing masks and protecting people, all that shit. I think that's a dumb argument, and it fucking drives me nuts that people waste that much time arguing about it. Just shut up. Just do it or don't, and just shut up. Just whatever. If you don't feel bad about it, nobody's going to make you feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no... Like, we got to get off this fucking habit of just, like, forcing people to feel how we feel. Like, let people tell you and act how they are and be who they are, and then choose who you want to be friends with, you know? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If there's somebody oppressing you, that's a little bit different. But in just a situation where some idiot's talking shit, just fucking let them talk shit and fucking scroll on. That's what I've been doing lately. Because there for a minute, man, I was fucking arguing with people. That shit sucks. Shane, you ever get in Facebook arguments?
No.
Why? That's a waste of time.
I don't think I've ever seen you get in a Facebook argument, ever.
No. Yeah, it's like Troy said, it's a waste of time. Not like people. I always tell Stacy she tries to get worked up sometimes about certain things, and I'm like, it's not like they're going to read your comment and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, no, they're never going to change.
You know, like, so.
Well, listen, I mean, like, your friends are your friends, but they don't always want to see your dick pic, Shane. So Stacy has a point. You know, stop fucking flashing that D. Just fucking slinging it out for everybody. Not everybody wants to see it. Right. Welcome to the Stone Dog Show. My name's Gabe Stroop. I'm the fucking Stone Dog. I got my friends here with me, Mr. Shane Presley from Rock Paper Podcast. What's up, Shane?
Hey, good to be here, Gabe.
And also Mr. Troy Rolen from Troy Rolen Incorporated. No, from the Enchanted Attic, from Logic Systems, Mr. Troy Rolen, here tonight. We had a special guest, Dennis Knight, that was going to be with us. He's going to reschedule. He had some family stuff going on. We wish the best for him. But looking forward to talking to him. He's a comic book artist from New York. That's going to be a great episode. But tonight, I am unfortunately stuck with myself and you guys. So,
hey, I made it finally. Jeez.
That's true. Here's the thing. We haven't talked to Troy in a long time, and I don't think we've ever had an episode where it's just been us kind of talking, because you guys are frequent co-hosts. I also have Tom and sometimes Wiley who kind of jump in on extra stuff, but you guys have by far been the most consistent and been with me since I started this thing, so I thought it's only right to have you on, right?
Oh, yeah.
I also want to say, if anybody's watching out there, if you have been watching, if you've seen a couple episodes, you follow along every week, say hi, leave a comment, let us know. If you want to argue with us, say something while we're talking. That actually helps with discovery in the Facebook algorithms, the YouTube algorithms, everything out there. So, if you like it, please actually physically like it on your phone. Use your fucking thumb. Do it. Also share it with your friends and help us get it out there. So, Shane, man, you just went on vacation. You've had a crazy couple weeks, right?
Yeah, man. It's been fun.
Fill us in, man. What you been up to lately?
Yeah, me and my wife decided to do a little getaway and went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Took a little road trip and stopped in Gatlinburg on the way down for the night and got to check that out a little bit. And it was fun. Just the two of us and got to see some stuff we don't see every day. So
you went to Tennessee. You go through the Smokies?
Yeah, and that was fun. We took a little route through the state park there, and got to see some of the Smokies, get some pictures, and we didn't like spend a whole lot of time, but because we were trying to get to the beach, but it was definitely pretty wild to like drive through them and just especially just to stop and see them for a little bit there. Like, it's quite the view.
Well, let me do what Joe Glink says I do best, which is give you a compliment in the shittiest way possible.
Please.
I think it's great you guys took a trip, and it's great that you guys went down there. And if you enjoyed it, that's great. I don't care much for the Smoky Mountains. Do you know why I don't care much for the Smoky Mountains?
Why?
Because I feel like I'm in fucking Potosi or something, dude. It's fucking Missouri. It's grassy ass green fucking Missouri. There's fucking.
Did you go to Pigeon Forge and do all the moonshine tastings?
No, like I said, it was real quick stop in that area. Like I said, we spent the night in Gatlinburg, but that was about it.
Have you
See
been
what you do is you go to Pigeon Forge and do to all the moonshine distilleries, and like they used to be free. So this is what I used to do. There was like 4 or like 6 of them, and you do all. They have like 13 different flavors of moonshine, and you do a flight of every one of them for free, and then go hiking in the mountains, and they're awesome.
That sounds like a great time.
See, look at that. I think
Not
it's
at
a few dollars now to do the tastings. I think it's like $2, but still, it's really cheap. You get loaded.
I'm kind of with you though, Gabe. Like, I mean, like, yeah, like I saw it. Like, it wasn't like I'm glad we didn't like make that our complete vacation just to like. But it was like you're saying, just grass. It's not really like you're just big hills. It's not like anything super crazy or anything. So.
Yeah, it's the same shit, and
Right.
but of course, and it's not that Missouri isn't pretty. Sure, it is pretty. Like, I'll take my camera and take pictures of like pretty leaves and flowers and shit like that. But like, the abundance of this place is just fucking soppy ass fucking green bullshit for like miles. Like, get in a plane and fly. You know why they call this flyover country? Because it fucking is. Like, I'm not trying to bash anybody. It just fucking. Like, I live here. I'm from here. I don't. If I could live be honest. Like, does anybody seriously? Like, Linda, you want to fucking live here? You really? This is the place you want to live, where it feels like you're in a fucking Dutch oven for fucking like 3 or 4 months out of the year. Then the other 3 or 4 or 5 months out of the year, you're pretty much either freezing balls or fucking baking your ass off again. Like, there's no fucking like there's like 2 weeks in Missouri where it's like, dude, this is fucking sick. I want to be outside. This is fucking amazing. And then the rest of the time, it's just like God is constantly just fucking shitting all over you. Like, it's just for real. What? I don't know, Troy. You look at like you have that smirk on your face.
I like Missouri. There's a lot to do here. You just got to know where to find it.
Well, sure, dude. But what I'm saying is the fucking climate sucks, man. Like, listen, I was just out in it working all fucking day the other day. Like, I can go do it. I've done it. It just fucking sucks. Like, the heat here it's different. Like, in Florida, it's really fucking hot, but it's like, it's different. The air is just like, it doesn't feel so much like you're breathing through a sponge. Like, here, last night, it was fucking, like, the air was gross, dude. It's just
the humidity. It's the humidity that makes the difference.
God, I'm old as shit. I got a fucking podcast that's fucking #1 rated in St. Louis. Let's be honest. And fucking, I'm talking about this. We got better things to talk about.
Oh, that weather out there is fucking hot. Oh, shit.
Troy, what the fuck have you been up to? Because if I hadn't met your girlfriend, I wouldn't believe you had one.
I've either been camping or working at the store. A lot of camping. Like, so 4th of July, we went to Mark Twain Lake. We had like a whole bunch of friends came with us. So we did a lot of like tubing and wiping people out on the tube and shooting off a bunch of fireworks. I don't know. It was like the first 4th of July I haven't worked in 6 years. So it was fun. It was definitely fun to have it off for once,
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm with you on that. I have a 4-year-old kid. This was the first 4th of July I've spent with him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that was cool. And I definitely plan on making that a habit. Like, for sure. It's just, yeah. I mean, for those of us who haven't got to spend time with family and stuff, it's been like, that part of it has been great, past few months. But what else you been up to? You went on a trip too, didn't you?
We're pretty much just camping. So like, we just been going to Mark Twain. Tomorrow or this weekend, I'm supposed to go down towards Merrimack, and we're gonna go camping. We're gonna go glamping. It's something Megan wants to do. We're gonna go hang out in a teepee for like 3 days. I'm like, oh great, let's do this, I guess.
Did you just say glamping?
That's what she's calling it. I'm like, oh.
That doesn't mean you have to call it that. You realize that, right?
Okay, what am I supposed to call? It's camping with an air-conditioned teepee. Like that is not camping. But then again, it's also supposed to be 100 degrees, so like I'm not too complaining.
It sounds to me like if you want to do the dirty with your lady that night, the air-conditioned teepee is probably your best fucking bet, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've stayed with you and your fucking rusty-ass fucking camper, and guess what you got in that place? A fucking air conditioner, because you're not dumb. So don't act like you fucking have some authority.
I was using it on 4th of July.
Glamping.
Too. I made everybody else sleep in tents on 4th of July weekend.
Shoving hot dogs in my face, luring me to your air-conditioned fucking hole. Yeah.
I want no hot dog.
I know
That's what
how you
happened
roll.
4th of July. Like, I made everybody else sleep in tents outside. I slept in the air conditioning trailer.
You would, Troy.
There's a whole bunch of people.
I know. You're smart. That's why. So, hey, I got some things I want to throw at you guys. There's something I haven't done in a couple weeks on the show. It's called How's This Rub Ya? And trust me, I've had more that I've forgotten to write down than I actually wrote down. Because another thing I'm trying to do is let go of those things that, consume me so much. And it's really fucking hard sometimes. But, so, how's this rub ya? I'm fucking standing in line at Schnucks, right? Going grocery shopping for the family, which is like, we don't go a lot because my wife absolutely hates going. So, like, especially since the pandemic, I'll be the one to go. And this past time, like, we got down to pretty much we had nothing. Like, we had to go. So, I went. I have a whole cart full of stuff. And every time, if you've been to Schnucks or somewhere lately, dude, man, it's fucking packed. Like, I don't know about for you where you guys are, but out here in Washington, every time I go, man, it's fucking nutty. So I'm standing there. And I'm waiting. I got my fucking AirPods in so I don't have to fucking listen to any fucking Karens fucking trying to talk to me or fucking just be annoying as shit. And this lady is like, and I'm not trying to bash people for not wearing masks, but like, I mean, you're in an enclosed grocery store. Everybody's doing it. Can you just come on. Just, it's not that much to ask. But this lady's purposely not doing it, and she's just all over the place and she's being annoying. And she's like one of those people that she's like standing in line with her kids, but then she's going into the aisles and shopping for more things while her grandkids are standing in line. And it just drove me absolutely freaking insane. And maybe it's because like I'm some like compulsive rule follower from grade school or something, you know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to line up, you stay in the line. But dude, this just fucking drove me nuts, man. Oh, and then she's like just staring at me like, and I wouldn't make eye contact with her because I didn't want to, but I think she was just looking to see if I was looking at her. And then she'd go fucking with her little fucking trash panda hands coming back and fucking putting more shit in her cart. Like, you know what I'm saying? How's that rub you, Troy?
You're going to hate me because that's me at Bass Pro on a Saturday. I'm like, Megan, stand in line. I got to get more fishing tackle.
Wait, hang on a second. Shane, look at Troy. Look at Troy.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, put a cowboy hat on him.
Mm-hmm.
Put the Woody outfit on him.
Got it.
Put a pull string in the back.
Yep.
And all he says is, that's what I do every Saturday at Bass Pro. Like every time. And tell me that's not a top selling toy or something.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to make that happen.
Troy, I can see that though. Especially you drunk, because when you're drunk, you just don't give a shit about anything.
I wasn't drunk. I was just like, man, that line's long. Megan, stay there. I'm going to go get some more stuff.
Troy's not a good person, Shane. He's really
just
not.
On Saturdays.
So how's that rub you, Shane? Are you fine with that? With fucking this lady just not committing to leaving people in line to go get more stuff? Like, is that cool with you?
No, I don't agree with that. I don't get if you're not done, then what are you doing in line? That's it. Just like it's not like it's that hard to take another lap and come back. I don't get it.
It's yeah, I don't understand people. It's something I could have said something to her, but then like it's like her grandkids were like yelling at her too. So they were like fighting the whole time. You know, it's just like a dysfunctional kind of thing, and like, didn't
Well,
want to
and
deal with it.
that's another rule. Like it says on when you go in there, it says you're only supposed to have one person per household shopping and stuff. Like you're not supposed to bring the whole family to. So
They
and they didn't and they didn't have masks.
yeah. Well, I mean, and here's the other thing. It's like talking to my friend who I saw in the store was another fucking weird thing. So this is the other side of this whole COVID thing that just like fucking is weird. All right. I want to protect my kids and my family, right? And my wife, and we have masks and we use them. Okay. I have friends that are my friends that aren't unreasonable people that don't wear masks, and they don't think that they need to wear masks. Okay. I'm not going to be the person to argue with you about it. I'm just going to do my thing, and you know, okay, I'm moving on with my fucking day, because at this point the toothpaste is out of the tube. I'm not going to fucking die on this hill with people, right? So it's like, and I'm not going to persecute anybody. So, but I see my friend, and it's like I felt silly because I'm wearing a mask. Have you guys had that happen yet? It's like he's there. And I mean, I know, like, I'm confident and, you know, I'm wearing this to protect people, but then, like, I felt, you know, silly in that moment because there's my friend who, again, is a smart dude. And I like, you know, he's my friend, but he's not. And it's just like I felt, you know what I mean? Have you had that happen?
I had this happen from, like, going to the country and stuff. Like, we were going grocery shopping in the country to get stuff to go camping or whatever, and most of the people there weren't wearing masks, so we started not wearing masks when we started going there. But like now that what they say is it's spiking again, we started wearing masks everywhere we go again, just because like, you know what, wouldn't it be fair for us to like decimate this small town we're in, you know, like if anybody's gonna have it, it'd be us and we wouldn't know it. It's the part that we thought.
That's the thing, man. Like, it's not real till it hits you. And I ain't trying to scare anybody. It's just like I know people now that are getting it. It's in my town of Washington. People are getting it. And like there was a thing on Channel 4 the other day. Like if you've been around to these events, like please, you know, monitor yourself and quarantine and all this stuff. At I don't even want to bring it up, but like it's happening, right? And then there's a guy that I follow on YouTube that I've actually talked about on this channel, and it's Bald and Bankrupt is the name of this channel. And he's a guy that goes and travels, and he just makes all kinds of videos. And every week he would post something. Well, he went a month without posting, and we found out that was because he was caught up somewhere because of all the quarantine stuff. Well, then he's not posted, and it's been another month. And now we find out he's posting on Instagram. He actually has COVID. And like he's fighting, like he's not doing well. So like this thing is the thing I don't get is like I understand that it probably won't kill you. That doesn't mean that I want to fucking get an infection that's gonna fucking, you know, give me some badass pneumonia that they're gonna have to scrape my lungs for, and I'm gonna fucking get treatment for months and months and months. Like, dude,
they say it doesn't go away. Like it scars your tissue. Like it never goes away. Like it's part of your life forever.
I just think that's really fucking short-sighted, and I think that's really fucking stupid to talk like that. Like, I'm not trying to bash anybody, but just like you have your opinion on, you know, me being a sheep because I think it could possibly be a thing that's real serious. Well, I think it's dumb to, you know, volunteer to get it because, you know, sure, 99.8% of the time, this thing could be something that you get and it goes away. But even it, you know, it's possible for it to be worse and it's happening. So I don't want that shit, dude. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to happen to my kids. I don't want to fucking not, you know, be in ICU and not be able to talk to my kids or my wife, you know, or have them be in that situation. Like this is all shit that's real. It's happened to people I know at this point.
Or potentially die and not be able to say goodbye.
So like, yeah. And I get like, if it hasn't happened to you or you don't know anybody that's dealt with it yet, like I understand like feeling like it couldn't happen. I totally get it. But dude, like, don't be so naive, you know, like anything. And not just this, you know, you could anybody could come down, you know, you could go to the doctor and find out you have cancer and shit like that. I'm not saying we should live in fear of everything. I'm not saying that at all, but I am saying that we need to fucking just take some precautions, you know, and at least just watch out, monitor yourself. Just watch out for yourself. Even if you're not worried about it and you don't think it's a thing and you think the government's just using it to take over everything, just monitor yourself because people care about you, you know, like fuck all the arguing shit. Like, it's not about you being stupid. It's not about me saying that you're dumb because you feel a certain way. Just whether you believe this is a horrible thing or whether you don't, just fucking monitor yourself and take care of yourself. And, you know, if you do come down with it, then fucking stay away from people. Stay away from your family. You know, don't pass it on. Go get treatment. For sure, get tested. You know, just don't be dumb. You know, because the other thing is that if you do catch it, you know, you have the possibility of passing it to somebody who could have it worse than you. And again, this is not something I'm saying live in fear all the time. Just monitor yourself and be careful. Because this is a fucking crazy time we're living in right now, guys. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's how I fucking feel lately. How do you feel, Troy?
Well, like the scary part is we haven't even made it to the first wave yet. You know, like we're still waiting. Everybody's like, "Oh, we made it to the first wave." It's like, no, this is still technically the first wave.
It just doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter where we are with it at this point because, like I said, the toothpaste is out of the tube. So we just are navigating it.
They won't close the economy down again last time.
Well, we'll see. You know, because we'll talk about that in a little bit. Touch on that here in a little bit again. But a couple other things that were kind of pissing me off this week, Shane. Really pissing me the fuck off.
Here we go.
I mentioned the dollar store. I've mentioned the dollar store on this show before.
Yep.
Haven't I?
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. Washington, 5th Street, dollar store.
Dollar General.
Suck. You suck. You suck. Listen.
Proud sponsor.
Every time there's an issue. So this time I'm there. There's a customer that's checking out. And she is mad because she can't get this certain price that she wants. The lady goes, stops the whole line, asks the manager if she can give her the price, comes back, tells her no. This lady refused to get out of the line until she could get that price. Okay? I have fucking like batteries or something I'm buying. Like, it's fucking nothing. I'm just trying to get the hell out of this store. And every damn time. So then finally the manager does come up there after we're all just waiting. I don't say anything. And she comes up and she's mad because she's like just huffy and puffy, right? And won't talk to the lady. It's like won't make contact, but she starts checking us out, right? So she's like, I can take whoever's next. Like, yells at us. Like, how is this my fucking fault, lady? Jesus Christ, you know? Like, I don't get it, right? I just don't get it. If you hate your listen, I've hated jobs. I've hated jobs, okay? I've left jobs I needed because I hated them, right? If you hate your job that much, I'm not knocking Dollar General, but even working there, like, if you hate it that much, go work at another Dollar General. Go work at another fucking thrift store. You're not trapped, you know? Like, why am I getting yelled at, Shane, at Dollar General?
I don't know.
How's that rub you?
Seems to only happen to you, though. Like,
are you saying I'm a dick?
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, it's definitely it does seem like
it happens to me. Yeah, I know.
that is definitely true. But it definitely seems like in places like that, people want to argue, and it's over the simplest thing. It's, you know, $1 or whatever. It's like, you know, I don't know, but I get it. Like, $1 is $1, but is it going to make that big a difference? So you got to stop everybody's day and cause a scene and everything else. And,
is it really worth it, Linda? Is it really fucking worth it? Can I just fucking buy my 5-hour energy and my fucking 9-volt battery and get the fuck out of here, please?
Go home and lick these batteries.
Another thing. Here's something for you guys, okay? And some people are going to persecute me probably for this and be the one cool thing. So I'll mention this just in the middle of everything. How's this rub you, Troy? So one of the videos on my page, okay? Yeah. My YouTube page hasn't been, I mean, it doesn't get too many hits. Like, I might get fucking 80, 100 views on something, right? I had a video pick up. It was, I think, week 10 or week 11, episode 10 or 11. but the number one Sons episode, and it got all of a sudden just started getting traction. And it's not like, I'm not talking like even 10,000, 5,000. I'm talking it's about 2,500 views right now. But it's a big difference when all of a sudden over a couple weeks you start getting a couple hundred views a day when you were getting like 5. You know what I'm saying? So I've just been watching it traction wise. I've gotten about 20 subscribers on YouTube since I got it. Okay.
Welcome to the party.
The other thing I've gotten is 3 dislikes. So it doesn't bother me. Like, it's fine, obviously. Like, but how's that rub you? Because I don't know what they would be disliking. It's because it was the episode where I start off. It was when all the stuff with George Floyd was going on, and I start the episode where I just say fuck racism. And I'm not going to use that as a platform to try and get more views. I'm not going to do that, because if that's the reason that got picked up, sure, that's great because that needs to be out there, but I'm not trying to, politicize that and fucking use it for myself. But the only reason I can think of somebody disliking that is just because they hear that message and they just press thumbs down. And I just like, every time that racist people raise their head, like, and I'm not talking like people that even are just ignorant. I'm talking like dumb, like fucking racist ass hateful people. Like, every time those people raise their head, it just surprises me. And I'm like, oh yeah, that exists. And that's like, I guess that's the definition of privilege, right? Like, and it just reminds you, it's just fucked up, dude. Because, there's no way that they could be disliking the video because of this. Because let's be honest here, right? This is all sexiness, all right? Have you seen my stone fox of a wife, right? Yeah. I got her because of these looks. That's go. Right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
I had a similar situation like that just today. I happened to notice it was 1 year since a particular songwriter showcase I put on, and I pulled up the video and I on YouTube, and I was looking at it, and I happened to notice there was 1 dislike on it, and I was just like, it just made me laugh. I was like, oh, who disliked this? Like, all it is I guess you're not a fan of those 3 guys or whatever it is, but this it was just funny to me.
I guess though, if somebody did it it's something that I would do to like Garrett, and like think it was funny, but everybody would know it was funny. Like, it would never actually work. But if somebody's out there that doesn't know me, that just dislikes my shit just to do it, you know what, sir?
Right.
Strong play, sir.
Go ahead and
fucking play.
Go ahead and write in and let us know why you disliked it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So let's mention that again right now, okay? If there, how's that rub you guys? Right? Just social media in general, the algorithms, right? The algorithms, however the fuck you say that word. If you follow a band or if you follow somebody, doesn't mean that you're going to see their stuff in your news feed. So you watching right now, you following along, I don't care who you are, fucking use your little keyboard there. Tell me how you feel about it. How do you feel about Facebook basically choosing what they show you and Instagram choosing what they show you? Like, wouldn't it be better if, let's say, hey, I like Rock Paper Podcast. I should theoretically be able to see every time Shane posts something. Guess what? I hardly ever see what Shane posts. Like, it's just, Facebook is not built for small business at all. Facebook is built to basically try to get you to dump money into them, and then they might show your stuff to some people, kind of a deal.
So here's another story for you that just pretty recently in regards to all this. So I post a lot of dumb shit.
That you do.
I posted this screenshot of Bobby Bones' show on it was. They posted I posted about something about going through disinfectant sprayers to go to a concert. And I just thought, and this girl responded back to it saying, like, I would go, walk through a fiery pit of Legos or whatever, something like that. And I thought it was funny, and I shared it. And then all of a sudden, like, somehow a couple people shared it from my page, and then it took off like crazy. And I had over 2,000 shares or 2,000 comments, 17,000 shares, and over 2 million views on this post. And I'm like, what the hell was going on? It was like so weird because I don't do any numbers like that. And then like literally the next post up like got like 35 people saw it, and I was like, yeah, so that's what I thought was funny. Like, I think it's going to even ruin my algorithm worse than before, because now they're going to be like, well, now this guy gets 2 million views a month, like we're going to have to start making him pay to be in more feeds or whatever. But so I don't know, it was a very strange week for me watching that. Like, it just went nuts.
Yeah, I shared a fucking meme that was somebody put a guitar and a mic stand in the hands of those fucking people from what are the West County? Was that where they're from?
No, Central West End.
Central West End. Yeah.
McCloskey or something.
Yeah.
Right?
And I put, what song are they playing?
Yeah.
Just that's what I posted as, and that got, I mean, like 100 and something likes, and same thing. And I also, like, there's been random things I'll do. There's just like, oh, it gets all this attention, but then like nobody sees anything else. So I don't fucking know, Shane.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Internet, man. It's weird.
But it is fucking weird. Another thing here, my son.
Did we lose Troy?
I had to get my dog. She was running around.
I got this little baby. His name's Charlie. He's fucking awesome. He's cute as fuck. However, this kid fucking yells sometimes. I mean, like when it's bedtime, just screams. And like there'll be times where he's not colicky. There's nothing wrong with him. He's perfectly fine. But it's just like if he's not happy, he ain't fucking happy. He's like me. And he will let everybody know about it. He'll just fucking start bitching, screaming tonight for 2 fucking hours. When we put him to bed, he was just screaming, just fucking pissed off. So I make it a habit, like, and you guys know, I mean, because I've also talked to you guys about how much I love my kids, like both you guys, like, and Troy has seen me, especially been with me whenever all I've been doing is working and not been able to see them. And it just fucking drives me insane, but, I've also been very honest, and I am with my friends, like about just, there's parts of it that fucking sucks, dude. Like, like these kids, I have 2 awesome little boys. They are 110%, like they require all of your attention and then more. Like it's, I'm not saying I'm not a hover parent, but like seriously, like now Charlie's crawling. So I'll turn my back 1 second and he's in the fucking kitchen, like lifting himself up on a stack of wood that I have to burn, and he's about to lose his grip and fall and hit his face on the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always just something going on. And then at the same time, Buckley's taken his mattress and put it in front of the TV and is about to bounce himself into said TV with a lightsaber. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, I love my kids and they're awesome, but how's that rub you guys? Like whenever you hear that stuff, does that make you not want kids?
I don't know. I mean, not right now, but generally I take care of like 800 of them every, so it's like,
that is true.
There's a lot of that kind of stuff that just like very accident prone. I mean, so.
And I mean, whenever you get tired, I mean, you just usually take the one that's being the loudest and just beat the other ones with him, right?
Yeah, right. Do? Yeah, usually.
Yeah, just swing him around.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I think 2 under 4, like you definitely got your hands full there, and like it's a lot going on.
Yeah, Troy. I don't think Troy wants kids.
I do someday, but like I definitely want to wait for sure.
True love waits.
I'm not like, sign me up, let's do this. I'm like, whoa there.
But what's cool though, me and my brother haven't been close in probably 15 years. There's nothing about us that's been alike for the past 15 years. I went a very different way than he did. But now I got kids, he's got kids. We're starting to, kind of just be around each other more. And that's kind of been nice. You know what I'm saying? and hanging out with them over 4th of July weekend. I just got some fireworks. We set those off, and we went to my parents' house, and we all played basketball outside. He's got a son that just turned 15, and I've got little nephews that are all a little bit younger. But yeah, me and 2 of my nephews and him played some ball, and that was awesome, dude. I haven't played a pickup game of basketball in probably like 7-8 years.
Cool.
That was great. When's the last time you played a pickup game, Shane?
Oh, geez. It's been a long time, man. No idea. Can't remember.
I still got the moves, but
Yeah.
you know, my shot was off though for a little bit.
Shoot the J.
I'm not saying like I believe like I'm this main character in some story. It's nothing like that. I really don't have any kind of fucking delusion, okay? But I do believe in karma, okay? Even myself, right? Whenever I have treated people in a shit way, I pay for it. Like, I know that I've paid for it. When I've done shitty things, I pay for it. I don't believe in absolute justice in the world, but there's things that make me believe in karma. And there's been just times in my life where shitty people, you know, it might be a year, it might be 2 years, it might be 2 months, it might be 6 years, but eventually I'll hear down the line that things didn't quite work out how that person had planned. And it just makes me have hope, you know, like it just, and maybe that makes me a vindictive piece of shit. I don't fucking know, but like just that, you know, you can be so high on a pedestal and maybe find out that your shit does stink. You know what I mean? That just makes me happy when that happens to some people. So I don't know, Troy, how's that rub you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what Troy has to say. Shano, how you got anything to say to that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Like, I don't necessarily feel vindictive, but it's nice to see when things kind of work themselves out, you know? Like you're saying, that when it ends up sometimes going in your favor instead.
When I was younger, I treated people like shit for no reason. And I don't think that there's any reason for anybody to treat people like shit for fucking no reason. And when people act like that, like when I see that side of someone, I'm done. I don't need to see any more. I know everything I need to know about you. And you can call that closed-minded because people can change and all that stuff. And I'm not saying they can't, because I've also been in situations where, like I said, I've been in the wrong and I've apologized. I've had a situation where, you know, I've had a friend that I'm actually good friends with now that, you know, one day just fucking went off on me for no fucking reason. And it's just the same kind of thing. I was just like, fuck you kind of a deal, because it's just, again, I don't treat people like shit. I don't like it when people treat other people like shit for no fucking reason. And I enjoy it when those people get shit on. So if that makes me a bad person, I don't fucking know. Shane?
Yeah, man.
You got some news for us?
Yeah, I got a little bit for you.
Well, how about this? How about let's take a little break, okay? We're going to take a little break. We're going to listen to some music. We're going to listen to Ghost Train Blues by the band 333 featuring Mr. Troy Rolen on harmonica. And when we get back, we're going to have some fun, okay? We're going to have something that you guys haven't been able to do yet. I made up a new game called the TSDS Top 10, all right? We're going to figure out a top 10 order, 1 through 10, of some badass video game characters, all right? So, come back. We're going to listen to some music, and then we're going to have some fun on the Stone Dog Show.
Woo!
All of my joy, you always make everything harder than it needs to be. Yeah. When I get back from my pity party, I know exactly who is gonna get this blame, because it's me. beat the living hell out of myself. That's right. No matter what I do, it's never quite enough to take the pressure off and let me fucking breathe. So tell me, where were you when I needed someone to keep me going? I must have died and not known it, 'cause I'm a ghost to everyone I see. That's alright, I don't feel the pain between me and this flame, and I say, so where were you when I needed someone to keep me going? I must have died and not known it, 'cause I'm a ghost to everyone I see. That's alright, I don't feel this pain. Just let me light this pain. So where were you when I needed someone to keep me going? I must have died and not known it, 'cause I'm a ghost to everyone I see. That's alright, I don't feel the pain between me and this flame, and I say,
I'm bringing the attic in, okay?
You know, Shane, do you ever just get really fucking tired of Troy talking?
All the time.
Because I do.
Why? Because I keep saying that like now's the time to try new things and change.
I'm tired of your positivity. Listen, welcome back to the Stone Dog Show. My name's Gabe Stroop. I'm the Stone Dog. We got an exciting little tidbit here called, well, I don't know if tidbit would be the right word, Shane. What is this? Little game? Is that what this is? A game? A challenge? What we have here is a top 10 list. Stone Dog Show top 10. I got a bunch of video game characters, some of the best known characters, some of my personal favorites, because Shane, this is my fucking show, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to discuss these characters. We're going to decide what order this list should be in. I'm going to give you a little hint. There's more than 10 characters that I'm going to give you guys. So some of these won't make the list, all right? That's where the tension comes in. You ready? So the first character, Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't know.
Sonic
I don't
the
think it makes the list. It doesn't make the list.
Troy.
Dude, I'm waiting for some like Mortal Kombat guys.
Sonic the Hedgehog, to me, I mean, just out of 1 through 10, if I'm thinking just in general video game characters, I'd give him a 4 or 5. He's pretty iconic.
So is 10 being good or 1 being good?
1 is good.
1 is good.
Why did God? What, Shane? Why are things so hard for Troy to understand? All right. So Troy,
4 or 5 is like in the middle, so it
give me
could
a
have been good or
score.
bad either way.
Give me a score. What would you give Sonic 1 through 10?
10.
Okay. Shane.
Yeah, it's really just hard to pick a number if you don't know who else is on the list.
See, that's where I'm at.
Or who else
So
is in the pool.
Here's where you do. You don't think about the rest of the list. If
Well,
you
man-
think a number 1 through 10, give me what Sonic is to you. If you had to rate him 1 through 10, what would you rate him?
Well,
1 being the best.
if I had to pick a number, I'd pick 10 also.
Okay.
Because I don't give a shit about Sonic.
So I would say I said 5, you guys said 10, so let's say 9, okay? We'll put Sonic at 9. All right. Next character we got is Link from The Legend of Zelda. Okay? So, first off, 1 through 10, what would you rank Link?
8.
I put Link pretty high. I'll say 5.
I'd put him at like a 3 probably. So,
I was
What? Go ahead, Shane.
I was leaning that way, but I want to leave some space there for some others that possibly could be contenders. But Link is definitely pretty up there for me.
Let's put Link at. Troy, do you want Link at 5 or 6?
5 is fine.
Okay. So remember, we're gonna have to maneuver these around as we go. Okay, at some point probably. But moving on, next character we have Mario, the man, the myth, the legend, Super Mario. 2. Troy, did you play Super Mario growing up?
Yeah, I liked it.
I couldn't remember. I was trying to think today because I know, Shane, you got a 64 was your first system, right?
No, I mean, I my first one that we owned at the house, I think, was Super Nintendo.
That was me.
And
Super
I remember, obviously before that, spending a lot of time at friends playing Sega and NES. But yeah, Super Nintendo was the first one me and my brother had at the house.
Okay.
As far as Mario, I mean, he was huge on there, and before that even. But the Mario 2 and 3, and of course, and
have you played like the original Mario games?
Yeah. On NES, and then on the remastered original on Wii and all that reimagined world or whatever.
I think Mario is a 2 for me.
I mean, like, he's the poster child for Nintendo, man. Like, that Mario. Like, would we have Nintendo if it wasn't for Mario? That's hard to think about. Like,
would you say 2 or 1?
Probably not.
I'd say 1. I mean, like, he's very, very iconic for Nintendo.
So we'll put Mario for now at 2.
Right.
I mean, Troy said 2. All right. So moving on. Star Fox. You guys know Star Fox?
Yeah, I know Star Fox, but don't really mean much to me.
Star Fox is probably, Star Fox would be 4 to me. Would be a number 4. So I get it if you guys don't, if he doesn't mean anything to you, and you make him, So what would you rank Star Fox, Shane?
I don't know that Star Fox would make my top 10.
You can make him 10 if you want.
Well, I think we already got a spot in the 10.
Wow. So Shane's just refusing to put him on the list. All right, Troy?
I'd say 7. I don't know. I played that game for a little bit.
Okay. So because Shane completely just spaced him,
I'll say 9.
We'll put him. You want him 9 now? Okay, so we'll put him 8. Okay. Star Fox was the shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I missed that one. I mean,
I understand though, because here's the next one. Here's Kirby.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. Honestly, Kirby would be 10 to me.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff was like generational. I think
But Kirby was cool though.
Yeah. But I feel like I also spent a lot of time just playing basketball and football games on there, so it's like I missed a ton of stuff that because of that.
Okay. You know who Kirby is though, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well aware. But again, I have no attachment to Kirby or care that he's in the top 10 list.
Okay. Troy, what would you give Kirby?
I didn't really care about Kirby that much.
So let's just move on for now. Okay. Luigi. Where's Luigi ranked for you? In my heart, he's a 2 or 3. But like, I mean, really, Luigi was like, like he always jumped a little weird, you know? Like he's just, there was always something just weird about him. And I just, like he's got a creepy uncle vibe. I don't really know. You know?
Something about guys with mustaches that
Luigi, I would put it like probably like a 7, 6, 7, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that what you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough, man. Like because like again, they're obviously it's not about the systems or any saying it's character, but they're almost like a combo package. It's like Mario and Luigi. So if you got Mario up at the top, it's it's kind of hard to say that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
What do you think?
I don't know. Let's say 6.
6. Okay. Troyski?
8 for me. I don't think I did an 8 earlier.
Okay. So we'll leave him at 7. All right, Luigi. All right, Luigi goes number 7. So next we have, here's one of my favorites, Little Mac from Punch-Out. Come on, give it up for Little Mac, dude. Give it up for Little Mac.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't know Little Mac. Act like you don't Little Mac up in here. Troy?
Nope.
Fuck you, Troy.
I don't know
Fuck
it.
you, Troy.
Don't know it.
You've never played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Nope.
Troy, you've got to be fucking shitting me right now. You've never played Punch-Out. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Not a clue.
Don't.
I played
Shane.
Mortal Kombat.
Shane! Shane!
What?
Please, save me.
I mean, yeah, like I definitely played Punch-Out.
Little Mac was the shit, dude. He's like number 3 to me.
I guess we agree to disagree.
Where would you put Little Mac?
I don't know.
I don't even know who he is.
He's the boxer on Punch-Out.
He's the guy that Mike Tyson beat the shit out of.
Oh my god. You guys are not going to put him on this list, are you?
Nope.
Fuck you. Fuck you both. You know what? Little Mac's going number 10. Fucking assholes. All right. Pikachu. Oh, come on, Shane. Really? No love for Pikachu. Seriously?
I don't know. I don't never got into any of the Pokemon at all. Like just didn't miss that whole thing.
Shane?
I never played it, but like I do know Pokemon. You
Okay.
know.
Well, would you 1 through 10? Where would you rank Pikachu?
6.
Okay, so there's a vote at least. Shane's not even putting him on the list. I'd put him at a 4. So we'll put him at a 6 for now. Shane, dickhead. Actually, you want to put him at... You want to move Sonic to 10 and put him at 9? Or do you want Sonic at 9? Like, Shane, to you, is Sonic or Pikachu more of a 9 or 10?
I'll allow it. I'll allow Pikachu to have the 9th spot.
But Little Mac has to go for that.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
Nah.
He missed it too. It was great.
You're an asshole, my friend. All right. Next up, we have Bowser. King Koopa. Come on, give it up. Bowser. Nothing. You guys suck.
Well, like most of the time you're playing against him, unless you're
Yeah.
playing like Mario Kart.
So he's important. I would put Bowser at a solid, like, probably 4.
I don't know. Like
I'm waiting for the Zoros and like Master Chief and stuff like that. You know, come on.
Bowser was slow as shit in Mario Kart, He had his kids do all the hard work for him.
Especially in Mario Party. Yeah.
Every castle you had to fight another one of his kids, and it's like.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you think that Bowser, to you guys, should Bowser be on the list over Sonic?
Dude, like, the real question is if he's always stealing Peach, but he already has kids, did he already knock her up beforehand? Does Mario go in for Bowser's sloppy seconds? Is that what this is all about?
No, it's... Listen, and
then where'd the kids come from?
Because they're not. It's not a real thing. Okay, it's not. Bowser lied. It was a lie. I don't have time to get into it. Look up.
What do you mean Bowser lied? That they weren't his kids?
Look up Game Theory. Look up Game Theory. It's a YouTube channel. There's actually debate about this, and he will explain it to you. I don't have time right now, Troy.
You don't want to debate about it?
It's not the Troy Rolen show.
I didn't say it was.
Next up. Listen, I can't believe you guys aren't going to put Bowser on the top 10. You guys suck.
I can't figure out if he's just trying to steal his love back or if he's just trying to like kidnap somebody.
Okay, next up we have Lara Croft. Tomb Raider.
I like her. She's like 4. She's pretty cool. I play a lot of Tomb Raider on Xbox.
Nothing from Shane.
Troy just really likes triangle boobs, so he's.
No, not on Xbox.
Shane,
I like the mission, like the mystery behind the missions or whatever.
Shane, do you have any feelings?
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't put Lara Croft if you had to rank 1 through 10. Where would you put Lara Croft?
I don't know. The bottom's filling up pretty fast, so I'm not sure there's.
I know, because at this point they're going to start pushing things up. So at that point you got a question to you.
Some people are getting kicked out then.
Well, no, because we still have slots open at the top because you guys won't vote for anybody.
Well, start picking, nominating some good characters.
Oh God, here we go. A lecture time. All right, so Troy, I'm gonna put her at a 6. All right.
Okay.
All right. Next, we have Master Chief from Halo.
You got mad at me for waiting for this one earlier.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a vote?
3.
Shane.
I don't know. I think I played maybe just a very little Halo. I didn't even know who Master Chief was until you said Halo. So
you would not. So where would you rank Master Chief 1 through 10?
11. I don't know. I don't know that he would make my list.
Okay. So Troy says 3. I would probably say. I'd probably say 1. Shane wouldn't even put him on the list at all. So I would say it would probably be fair to move Link up to 4 and put Master Chief at 5. All right. Next, we got Princess Peach. How do you guys feel about Princess Peach?
I must have been in a completely different timeline of you guys.
You don't know the Nintendo characters?
I know Nintendo characters, but Peach didn't. I didn't play Mario because of Peach. I played because of Mario.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I only played because of Mario. I didn't play because of Peach. I also didn't play that much Mario because I didn't. That was. It was PlayStation. As PlayStation 2 came out when I was playing video games.
When I had my choice on Mario Kart, I hardly ever picked Peach. I can't say never, but I hardly ever.
I mean, I'd probably put Peach at an 8 or something. You know what I mean? So.
See, I was always playing Crash Bandicoot races and stuff.
Okay, so we have let's just, for the moment, because you guys are just screwing everything up, move on. Okay, Samus from Metroid. Did you guys ever play Metroid?
Twice.
Oh my fucking god! Holy
That was only
shit.
on. I didn't have it. It was on
Holy
regular
shit.
Nintendo.
I'm
was
sorry that I fucking wanted to have a fucking fun ass game with fucking well-known fucking characters from fucking the 80s and 90s, and you guys are just like, well, I don't know.
I didn't play
my
any video
dick was
games
more
in the 80s.
exciting
I wasn't
in the 80s
born.
and 90s. Like, what the fucking shit, dude? You don't fucking know who fucking Samus is? Fucking
I know who
Christ.
it is. I just didn't. I like
It's a she, Troy, so you don't know.
Twice. I played
Samus is a
twice.
she. Thank you very much. God damn it.
It shoots little like balls out. It goes pew, pew, pew.
Okay, well here. I would probably put Samus. I wasn't the biggest fan of Samus. I'd probably put like 9 or 10. You guys wouldn't even list it, so I'm going to solve this for you. Samus is going to go for the moment at 9.
But where did the Koopa kids come from? That's all I want to know.
Pulled up this list online, and they have Samus listed at 33. So
Mm-hmm.
Listen, this is not this list online, Shane.
Mhm.
This is the Stone Dog Show, motherfucker.
So-
All right?
But we're online.
Hey, listen, we almost got a list that makes sense, even though you guys don't think it does. This is part of this, okay? It's like Congress. Basically, we're doing what Congress does, but they get paid like a lot of money to do it. They argue about shit they don't give a fuck about, but they have to because they're fucking there. Like that's all this is. And they have to fucking agree to disagree with this or whatever. So that's the whole fucking point of this. Just discussion, even things out, right? Right now, I want to throw one more character at you guys, okay? That you may or may not be familiar with, and you're probably not, but it's Sam Fisher from the Splinter Cell series. Nothing. Nothing.
nothing.
How about Solid Snake? Just nothing. Okay, let me ask you this. Who would be your number one pick, Shane?
Pretty sure I already said it would probably be Mario as for me. Like, I don't know that I'm necessarily like, but as far as being number one video game character of all time, I feel like he's got to have the most.
Probably. Okay, so let me ask you this then, all right? We have a few characters that did not make the list, okay? I know you guys don't know.
There's a
They
lot
are
of people
very-
that didn't make the list.
I know you didn't know. I don't know. Don't know these people very well. Okay, but we need to pick one of them. All right. So I'm gonna read these. We're gonna decide one of these characters to move on. Okay. Kirby, Little Mac, Bowser, or Princess Peach.
Where did you? Are these all just like the people that you picked off the top of your head that
Yeah,
you
dude.
put in the pool?
Yeah, I mean like the most popular Mario characters, and I
But-
mean, these are, a lot of these characters are on like Super Smash Brothers and stuff. It's not like these are weird random characters nobody's heard of.
But you've also like completely neglected like a ton of people that I would have put up there.
Yeah, Shane. Because guess what? This is my fucking show, Shane.
Well, then why are you getting mad at me for telling you that I don't give a shit about those people?
I don't understand.
I don't understand what
Can you tell me who you would pick
Because
out of
it's
those
my
four
fucking
people?
you
This
just
is
keep
what- this is
keep
again-
telling me I'm wrong that
This is
that
what
I
Congress. This is Congress. This
Yeah.
is Congress.
No, this is not Congress. This is the Stone Dog show. This is a gay fucking Stroop show.
So
I
out of
forgot
those
about
4
five.
characters, Shane,
My neighbors are gonna hate me.
out of those 4 characters, who would you move on?
I don't even know. I wasn't listening.
Troy,
Kirby.
Kirby. Okay.
You got so many Mario people. It's Kirby.
Okay.
I think it's only Mario and Luigi on the top 10 right now.
So here's what we're doing, okay?
Kirby's gonna win.
Yeah.
They're gonna battle to the death.
Shane tried his hardest to derail this whole process tonight. But regardless, we still have a top 10 list, my friends. All right. So the top 10 list of video game characters. All right. This little debate we had tonight. Here's what we came up with. Number 1, Mario. Super Mario. Give it up. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Super Mario. Number 2, Link from The Legend of Zelda. All right. Number 3, Master Chief from the Halo series. Number 4, Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. Number 5, Luigi. Number 6, Star Fox. Number 7, Pikachu. Number 8, Samus. Number 9, Sonic. And number 10, Kirby. So, wrapping that up, Shane, how's that list rub you, brother?
I love it. It's perfect.
Well, here, give me your top 5. Go.
I don't know.
See, he hates, and he's like, I could have given you a bunch of names I would have picked over this.
I don't-
Give me
I-
5.
Well, you told me to put, no, you said my top 5. I haven't put the thought into who my top 5 would be, but people I would put in the conversation, I would say Scorpion should be included, or Sub-Zero. One of those two should be in the top 10. I would argue that Donkey Kong should be included.
And you know what? Next week we'll have a tournament of death. How about that?
Diddy Kong.
All right. The purpose of that game went completely over your head because all you do is spew hate at me. All right.
Well,
So this is
I'm
what
just
we're gonna do.
You invite me on, and all you do is tell me I'm wrong because I didn't play the same game you did. So I was trying to tell you what I played.
Listen,
Been listening, Gabe.
Listen.
Shane. What we're gonna do at this point is we're just gonna let you take over the show because that's what you like to do anyway.
Thank you.
You have a little.
Hey, everybody!
You have a little segment called Shane Do's the News, right?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
You're not gonna do it tonight.
No, it's the Gabe Stroop show.
All right. Well.
You do the news.
All right. Well, the news is I got no news, Shane.
Fine, I guess I'll do it. And then you can tell me my news stories don't belong on the top 10 list.
All he does is just give me guilt trips like this, Troy.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah. All the time. No matter where we are.
Yep.
He's like, do I look pretty? And if I hesitate even for a second, then he goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? If I don't tell him he looked the prettiest, then he's mad.
Yep. All right. So it's become it's a recurring theme over the several episodes that Gabe is not a fan of the water, of deep water, and not knowing what's.
I like water. I don't have a problem with water.
You don't like when you like the things in the water and
That are bigger than me, yeah.
right. But I think part of that fear comes from just not the unknown, what you don't know what's at the bottom of this lake or right, something like that.
Yeah.
So this Nebraska farmer was draining his pond and for some on his property for maintenance, and made a surprising and unusual discovery of an ATM dumped in the bottom of his lake or pond. So,
Was it empty?
well, he initially struck the object in the mud and thought it was a household appliance. He said, "I thought who would throw a refrigerator or a stove and put it in the pond? In fact, the deepest part of the pond, and why would it be down there?" And then he took the picture and he zoomed out on it and he said, "Looks like an ATM." He said he doesn't know how long it's been in there, but he didn't. It's just kind of crazy to think about. Like, I guess somebody stole it and threw it in there, but
Probably
that's
getting open it or something.
right. Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I was like, not knowing what's at the bottom of the lake, and then turns out like there's an ATM down there. Like that'd be a very strange thing to kick or or anything or whatever. But
That's true.
I'd rather find that than a body.
yeah, I definitely wouldn't like to find a body down there. Anyway, I thought that was a strange thing to pull out of your lake.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it doesn't make me want to go dive into the bottom of a bunch of lakes or anything like that. But
Right. So this is a new one that came out the other day, and Little Caesars staff fired after a couple finds pepperoni swastika on their pizza. And this Ohio couple wanted to enjoy Little Caesars pizza, and they opened the box and they were met with something truly disturbing. The first thing Misty noticed when she opened her pizza was the pie wasn't cut. Then she and her husband noticed the pepperonis weren't in typical random positioning. They were arranged as a swastika.
wow.
So, what do you guys think of that? How's that rub you?
Weird.
I mean, like, I would definitely take it up there and be like, explain to me why you
Right.
did this.
Like,
What
I've definitely
gave you
had-
the need to do that?
It's either like it's really not likely somebody serious. It's more likely some idiot kid that's just trying
Sure.
to be stupid. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's okay to do shit like that. I'm saying that's just normally what it is. And
like I've had a lot of jobs I hated, and I've even made pizzas, and I didn't really enjoy being back there making pizzas. But it's never thought that, hey, this would be a good idea.
it's kind of hard to accidentally make pepperoni swastika.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah.
It's very strange.
Fucking grow
But
up.
yeah, so Little Caesars fired everybody in the store apparently, and so
The whole store, they just liquidated it.
apparently I don't know. I didn't say exactly, but it's not a funny joke. It's not
No,
like
dude, you can't be. No, I mean, like,
Right.
if that's what happens to you, that's what happens.
yeah,
You can't be fucking drawing swastikas places.
right.
Fucking morons. Jesus.
This was another one, came out on New York Post. We were talking about the virus earlier, and says how New York City's hottest sex club is doing socially distanced orgies.
Boom.
So
How?
you
How
know,
does that work?
even
No
during a-
cum shots.
yeah, right. Even during pandemic, people still making sure to get their orgies in there. So.
Doing that nasty, bro.
Yeah, I like that it even said there's like hand sanitizer around and stuff like in there.
It's
So
important, dude.
still staying squeaky clean.
Yeah, if you're at a swinger club, there's definitely you should be using hand sanitizer.
Right. I don't know. That one just made me laugh. Socially distanced orgies should be a band name or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably is gonna be.
That's why he's making that porn right now too.
So this one got a lot of attention this week, and an Oregon man was driving a stolen vehicle, crashed into a woman driving another stolen car. Did you guys hear that story?
No, I haven't heard it before.
So yeah, car crash. This is in Oregon on Sunday. They both drivers were arrested. Let's see, Randy, 27, had a stolen Land Cruiser, and he careened into a Buick Regal as he was attempting to elude the officers. Cooper was arrested and charged with multiple crimes, including assault and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. In the process, police discovered that the driver of the Buick, 25-year-old Kristen, was under the influence of intoxicants, and her vehicle had also been reported stolen 3 weeks prior, according to the police report. She was also arrested and charged with driving under the influence, unauthorized use of a vehicle. I just find the story hilarious because, like, what are the odds, you know? How do you, like, this girl's cruising around in the stolen car for 3 weeks, doing all right, and then all of a sudden this guy slams into her and they both get caught.
Yep. It just, I mean, no matter how stupid the thing is that you're doing, it's guaranteed that somebody's doing something even dumber than you.
Right. I would like to see, like, hopefully there's a happy ending for those two, and then they somehow fall in love and get married or something, because that's like serendipity right there.
I like happy endings from my wife.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
But wait, are you socially distancing these orgies?
Like, with my wife? Fuck no, I'm not.
Yeah, socially distanced, 6 feet apart.
I'm all over that.
I'm always 6 feet apart. That's how long it is. What?
There was another. I don't have it in front of me, but I read another news story this week that I thought was pretty interesting. That people have been talking about it for a little bit with the Lady Antebellum name change. They chose to change their name to Lady A. Well, there was another artist under the name Lady A, and which they didn't know about apparently. And then now this week, the other day, the press release came out. They were announcing that they are now suing the woman who goes by Lady A for the rights to use the name. Apparently,
she was beforehand. That's
right. Apparently, she filed a suit. She filed some suit, I guess, that for $10 million in damages or something like that. And then they filed. So they had to file a lawsuit to claim ownership of the name. And I'm like, so let alone they changed their name due to the racial issues regarding it, and then they're trying to take this woman's name from her now too, by legally and stuff, and like it's a really messed up story, and like that I don't know why they wouldn't just like change it to something completely different and just avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
But I just like that's a very, very odd story that continues to keep evolving.
A whole lot of dumb people making dumb decisions.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of times if you're doing it for the right reason, you don't run into shit like that. I feel like some people are doing stuff just to kind of pander, and I feel like that's when you get called out a lot of it. I think when you just like be yourself and like let your heart show what your intentions are, you know, and then like just go with it. I admit my faults. I'm not a perfect fucking person, but I've never done anything with malice toward anybody like that. You know what I mean? Like whether it be because of whatever lifestyle choice you make or, you know, whatever. Like it's just not how it is. But you guys get what I'm saying.
Yep.
Well, you got anything else for us, Shane?
Nah, that's about it this week for me.
Well, what I'd like to do, let's take a little quick break. Okay, we're gonna come back and then we're gonna wrap up everything with a little discussion. Not a whole lot. We're just gonna wrap things up, and I will give you a little teaser. This whole change since and Troy, what the fuck do you do? Like every 2 minutes, you're like throwing a fucking stone at the fucking microphone. Like it's like you have a legit fucking rock in your hand, and you're just like every once in a while.
It's these two phones. I've been doing Instagram for different companies.
Yeah, Troy is on 2 phones on Instagram on 2 different fucking phones while he's on a pod. Fucking, you know what? We're going to fucking break. All right.
I'm double tasking. I'm doing Instagram for like 4 different companies.
Listen, if you're out there watching, give me a comment and let me know what you think. Is Troy a douchebag? Please listen. You watching right now, leave me a comment and let me know if, number 1, do you think that Troy getting rid of the Master Splinter mustache was a good move or a bad move?
I haven't gotten rid of it. It's still here.
And then number 2, is Troy a dick? All right.
I'm working it, man. Gotta work it.
All right, we're going to go to break. Leave a comment, like, share, please. Come back. We're going to wrap things up on the Stone Dog Show right after this.
You've had your doubts. You said I would never make it down this road. You counted me out again. With a little time, we'll see the truth unfold. Oh, and I will never pretend to make amends. Remember and never again call you a friend. Oh, I've come so far since then, and out of sight where my story ends.
Yo, I've been pissed poor, I've been picked on, I've been held back, I've been spit on. I could've died trying to face that time, by the grace of God, made it out of that shit storm. So I cracked the window, gotta let the wind blow. And I know it's sad, but even a little bit of wind is still considered a win when you consider you ain't never had much. Some of these rappers can't rap for real. Some of these rappers just lacking skill. Some of these rappers just lacking skill. Never cried in the booth and you lacking feel. But I go back to the microphone when the days drift away, but the nights are long. I put my pain in a pen and it writes a song, but it comes from within when the mic is on. But it's all good. Some of y'all won't feel me, put my heart and soul in the awakening. But some of y'all still sleep. When I beat the statistics, you gotta beat the system. I'm doing what I need to do, cause I can be the dad that tells his son he can do whatever he wants, or I can be the proof.
You said I would never make it down this road. You counted me out again. With a little time, we'll see the truth unfold. Oh, and I will never pretend to make amends. Remember and never again call you a friend. Oh, I've come so far since then, and out of sight where my story ends.
Yeah, I'm back in the building, about to crack the pavilion. Current stack to the ceiling. In fact, if I'm playing my attack and I spaz on this track, it's a fact they will have to rebuild it. My life's on the line, but I practice resilience. This is practically brilliant, yeah, this is my time. This is actually thrilling. Sit back as I hack the resistance. Welcome to the arch. Yeah, welcome to my state. The city's mighty fine, just look over the crime rate. Kids are still dying, but ain't nobody irate. This end takes time, but look how much time takes. And they say, being a kid rock, but not on my block, it was too many bits out. Gathered all my feelings and I hit them in hip-hop. Cause when I tried to kick it, they would tell me to kick rocks. It hurt, cause I came from the dirt, but I'm making it work. Celebration of birth. You were searching for gifts, I was searching for worth, and it felt like a curse. But I'm doing what I need to do, cause I can be the dad that tells his son he can do whatever he wants, or I can be the proof.
You said I would never make it down this road. You counted me out again. With a little time, we'll see the truth unfold. Ooh, yeah, and I will never pretend to make amends. Remember it, never again call you a friend. Oh, I've come so far since then, and out of sight where my story ends. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Stone Dog Show. If Shane is done telling me I'm wrong, which he spent the entire break doing. Are you done, Shane?
Nope.
Yeah, done.
All right. No, well, so tonight...
Hold on, let me get my other phone out.
See, we'll see if Troy can even pay attention.
I'm off of it. I'm good.
Can you stop throwing your fucking phone? People listen to this on the fucking radio, you fucking asshole. On Beyond FM on Tuesday nights. In people's cars, they're going to be like, Jesus, shit. Holy fuck.
You hit a possum.
Yeah, no, it's just fucking Troy throwing fucking rocks at his fucking camera microphone.
That sub's bumping, baby.
All right.
Ooh. But I'm surviving on an island out here. Dude,
So
Jeff Lowe.
so here's the thing, all right? I don't like being public about when I like feel down, you know, and depressed and shit. And I think about, you know, sometimes because people are like, oh, you know, all people do is show the good side, you know, on Facebook, blah blah. You just show your good blah blah. Like you guys in particular are two people that I do talk to a lot, you know, when I do feel shitty. So you know more often than not. But like on my Facebook page, I don't like I'm not running off to post about something every time I get upset. You know what I mean? Like I'm not fucking blowing up everybody every time anything happens. Like it's like I have a close group of friends, and like if I tell you what's going on with me, it's because like I trust you, and because like I mean there's things I don't even like talking to my wife about, like because I'm just very like prideful, you know, and I don't like feeling I don't know, like I feel like maybe it's because of like the male thing, you know, like the stigma, if there is a stigma, but you just like depression is like you feel like saying that word even is like a form of weakness sometimes, and like you're giving into it or something like that. And also like I don't like it, I don't like feeling like I'm using something as a crutch or a cop out. But man, like there's sometimes like even this past week like there's some days like where I'll just be completely fine, but then like one day I'll wake up and I just know it's gonna be one of those days. And like it's like no matter what happens, like I just get really fucking down. I get really fucking low. And there was recently a time in the past few weeks where like one day I looked at pictures that Freya had taken, and I'm like sitting in the background and I'm just staring off into space, and I was like depressed as hell, and I could see it. And it's like I don't like that. And I don't like that I don't like you know, just on the pride thing, like I don't like how talking to people about that, like I don't like the image that portrays of me, you know, because I just feel like it just, you know, like you can't deal with things, or like things are too hard. Well, things are hard for everybody. Like I always just think, well, things are hard for everybody. Like everybody's got it worse. Everybody's going through something. You know what I'm saying? So I was just going to ask you guys, like, do you guys ever feel like that? You know, and do you think it has to do with everything going on in the world? You know, do you think that there's a stigma when it comes to male depression? You know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, poor me or anything. Again, that's not what I'm looking for at all. It's just, you know, people say talk about it. Okay, well, then talk about it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, I so my family has like a long running history of dealing with this stuff. My grandfather was bipolar, manic depressive, and you know, just it's started. That's like, you know, the big one, and then like the rest of my family, we've struggled too with various things, and we so I know that like some of that's just like kind of hereditary also, but I remember like years ago my parents split, and like my mom she had her struggles, and she was when she left, like she was like trying to tell me like that I could take like antidepressants and stuff if I feel sad, and I'm like I don't know, that really kind of just rubbed me wrong there. Like I'm not knocking that, if you need it you need it, but like, but at the time, like my family just split. I'm like, I'm an antidepressant's not going to bring my family back together. Like there's okay to grieve, you know, there's it's okay to be sad there. Like this is you know, in that situation. So it was really hard for me to deal with that. And then like, but now as like, you know, more in an adult now and stuff, like I definitely deal with a lot of depression, and like, you know, I've losing my mom and everything else. There's days I don't want to do anything. Like I'll just, you know, there's times where I'll just lay in bed and like that'll be it for the day. Like I just don't have any motivation or energy to want to get up and do anything. And it just kind of like, you feel like a wet blanket on you or something, like kind of that kind of feeling like that. And so I don't know that, you know, is this, I try to talk about it because like, again, like you're saying, there is like kind of this thing that people are afraid to talk about it sometimes. And I do try to be open about it. Like it's definitely a struggle. You know, so I deal with it quite a bit in my daily life. So I think you're on. I think you're muted.
Yeah, thank you, Shane. Troy, what the fuck are you doing? Now it's like he's beating a chain against something, like he's gonna fight somebody or something.
I'm just sitting here listening. What are you
Jesus
talking
shit, fucking
I'm in a
Christ.
hammock.
All right. No, Shane, I relate, man. And like there was one day we were gonna hang out and you even text me and kind of said something to that effect. So
Yeah.
now that I think about it, and that's why I said, I mean, like I feel like everybody has their own shit going on, but I also know, like, I feel like what I'm saying is pretty much how all of my friends feel. Like,
Well, and like you're saying, like
yeah.
I think we all have our own issues, but then the fact that you're putting a global pandemic on top of all that shit, like the fact that we can't go to see our friends, we can't go to concerts, we can't do, you can't even hardly go to a restaurant or anything else. Like your what you knew as normal life was completely taken away, and then now you're just supposed to adapt and deal with it, So like that just adds like more gas on top of the fire, So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like part of it is just like the uncertainty of everything. It's like, yeah, I'll figure it out. Like me and my wife talk, and like we're gonna figure everything out. Like, no matter what happens, we'll figure things out. But like sometimes it's just like I'll get like super, just upset, and I think it's because I don't have control over anything. Like I am actively like, bettering myself and looking for ways to, make money, for us and keep going and all that good stuff. But like still, like just the enormity of everything that happened sometimes like just hits me. I feel like, and it just kind of sucks. Like I'll just sit there and just feel like a failure. I feel like I'm failing my kids. I feel like I'm failing my wife. I feel like I'm failing myself. I feel like I'm failing just everything. I feel like I'm just nothing I can do is right. And, nobody gives a shit about anything I'm doing. And again, this is not a poor me, but it's just like, you just get wrapped, like Shane said, like in this blanket almost. And it's like, for me, there was a point last week where I just got some bad news, and it was like on top of some other thing. And it was just like one of those things where like every single day it was just like some kind of hit. And I was internalizing it all, and I was taking everything too hard, and I was being too hard on myself, and I just was like sitting on the couch and just kind of dealing with things and trying to figure out what to do. And I just started telling myself, like, you just got to keep fighting. Like you got to get up, and you got to fight. Like you need to fight. You need to fucking fight. And even if you don't know how to, and even if you don't know what to do, you got to get up and you got to fucking swing, and you got to fucking fight, because you're not dying tomorrow. Like life's going to go on. You're going to fucking figure it out. But you're only going to figure it out if you keep fucking going and you keep fucking fighting. And like, trust me, I get that's not easy. And I don't have all the fucking answers, but I can tell you that's the only way that sometimes I keep going and I snap myself out of it. And one thing that you got to remember too is that things do get better. Every situation gets better. Everything gets better with time. Time really does heal a lot of things, even a shitty day, even a shitty week, even a shitty month. Like, if you, again, like I'm not a fucking doctor, and I'm not trying to diagnose you if you're severely, severely depressed. I'm just saying, I'm not saying there's a simple answer to everything, but like I said, for me, just telling myself to keep going, is something that has helped. And, also too, like everybody's in this together, even people acting like they're not in it, you can act like you're fine and life goes on, but normal life is not going to get back to normal for a while. And it doesn't really matter what the president says about it. It doesn't really matter what the most leftist liberal that you can find says about it. It doesn't matter what any politician says about it. Mass gatherings, there's a lot of things that we do that are focused around mass gatherings. And until that's something that we can do again, life's just not going to be the same. And that's not a poor me because of what I do. That's just life, man. It's what it is. And the trajectory that we're on, whether you believe it's the media pushing it or not, I mean, like I said, I know people that are getting sick. I mean, this thing is happening. It's just a weird fucking thing. And no matter what you think, like again, even if we were supposed to flatten the curve so we could deal with this now, no, I'm not trying to argue about masks or anything. I'm just saying, just be careful, because this is something that is out there. Don't, live in fear like it's around the fucking corner everywhere and freak yourself out, but just monitor yourself. Be careful. But going back to the overall point, depression is a fucking thing. I think that it definitely helps to find someone to talk about it with, sometimes I'll talk to my wife about anything, you know what I mean? But I find it hard to open up to her sometimes. And a lot of times I keep things like that in for too long. And I think a lot of people do that. So I'm not, advocating and saying that we should all be crying on each other's shoulders all the time. And I'm going to fucking, show up at Shane's house with fucking ice cream at fucking 2 a.m. and need to fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? But just fucking talk to your homies, man. There's nothing wrong with it, because, somebody out there is going to get this. All right. And sitting crying in your car somewhere, or fucking, going on break at work and fucking bawling your eyes out, or fucking driving to work and crying and fucking just not knowing why tears are coming down your cheek, and you're fucking trying not to cry and you get that fucking feeling in your chest. That shit doesn't go anywhere. So you got to do something with it. It's trust me, I'm telling you, because I know that kind of stuff just fucking stays. And you gotta do something with it. You can't let it consume you. Troy, I mean, do you know what I'm talking about? You feel like you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Troy's the ultimate, just has nothing to say about anything, but he just wants to squeak and throw rocks.
I'm not squeaking. I'm sitting still. I was worried my bug zapper was going too crazy. That was what's in the background.
Troy doesn't get depressed about anything, Shane.
Right. Yeah, man. It's I'm
trying to crack him and he's not cracking. He gets upset. Okay, listen, these guys are both my friends. Okay, Troy does have opinions about things, and you can push him to the point where he will just spill his guts. So don't let him sit there and act like he's Mr. Cool and he doesn't. He definitely does have those moments, man. And I feel like right now is a time where he is right. It's not all doom and gloom. There's lots of opportunity out there. Better yourself and go try to do something if that's the mental state that you're in. It's, go do it. Don't pressure yourself to the point of just crumbling. Yeah, if you could better yourself and go do something, now is definitely the time to do it. I would agree with that.
It's a good time to try things. You really don't have much to lose,
But yeah, but it's been a good night. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. All right.
Hell yeah, man.
Wrap that up. Have some real talk on the show. We joke on the show. I also want to talk about some real stuff. Listen, in the comments below, if you're watching this right now, let me know. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think that I'm just exaggerating everything and I just need to get over my own life? Like I said, it's I feel like like I said, I'm not the guy that's going to show up and cry on Shane's shoulder or something, but I am definitely the guy that, like I said, Shane's one of the people that when something's fucked up or I'm taking something that's offending me, weird or something like that, I'll shoot it to Shane, and I feel like vice versa, we need friends like that. You need to talk to people. So what I want to do, I want to close out the show with a little song called Not Alone from our friends in Discrepancies. This is a great song. It's got a great message with it for some great friends of mine. So again, remember, you're not alone no matter what you're going through. Even though it may feel like you are alone, somebody's out there that cares about you. And even if not, you have the opportunity to create a new tomorrow for yourself, but you got to make it there to do it. So, keep fighting, keep pushing. You're not alone. And we'll see you next week on the Stone Dog Show. For now, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.